Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So today video is regarding how much actually you're gonna walk during the days of Hajj, because this is a very common question which we try to find out, and I've been doing a lot of research in order to find this question as well. So I thought maybe it's useful for all of you to know that how much would you be expecting, that how much you're gonna be walking, because even if you talk to many of the Hajis or the people who have recently gone for Hajj in 2023, even they cannot tell you exactly how much walk, except that they will say it's a lot of walk, lots of hassle. So I'll try to find out that how much exactly we should be expecting during the days of Hajj. So let's get on with it, and let's see how much is it. So before I continue on that, the first thing to understand and know is the map of Hajj. So that, because you know that where you're going to be staying, where you're going to be moving, and sorry, how you're going to be proceeding. So this is, as you can see, this is a Google map, and I just circulated and put the pointer so that you know where you're going to be proceeding for each day, or for the different rituals of Hajj. So this is Masjid al-Haram on the top left corner, and then there are Jamarats which are most near to it, and Azizia, because most of the people, either they're going to be staying in Azizia normally, or they're going to be staying around Masjid al-Haram in Makkah. So this is the part of Azizia which is actually quite near to Mina or Jamarat as well. And this yellow circle is basically the Mina camps. Again, based on the camp category, what camp category you have got, you will be either near to Jamarat or quite far away. Like in general, if you don't know about that, I have separate videos about the camp and the camp locations, that where is the camp A, B, C, D, or if you are going with the Nusuk app, Muaisim or Kabsh, where they are, I have separate videos of that, and you can find them in description as well. But in general, these are the Jamarats and the camp which are here, and also actually these ones. These are basically category A camp, and usually sometimes in, if you are doing with Nusuk, they mention VIP camps, and these are usually the VIP camps. And these are, then here it starts the category B. This whole chunk would be category B, where I'm circulating my red pointer. And category C is all these camps would be category C, and D are usually these ones. These are usually camp D. And the European camps are also on this side. These are also the European category. When you read about the European camps, normal European camps, they are usually these ones as well. So based on that, the distance really varies, because you're going to be traveling for Jamarat to for stoning for Rami multiple times. So you need to be exactly knowing where you are. And this is Muzdalifah, which is quite near to Mina, and Arafat, where you basically, which is the main pillar of the Hajj. This is Arafat. This is all Arafat. And here you can see as well, due to the map, that where are the train station. There is one train station here, one train station here. There is Muzdalifah train station, there is Mina train station. Okay, and so you can see that it is really helpful that how the location are. So from here you can get the idea that this is Makkah, then Mina, then Arafat, and Muzdalifah is in between Arafat and Mina. So now when I talk about the distances, you will have much better idea that how we're going to proceed. So this is the table which you need to like have a look. There is lots of data in it, but I'll try to break it up, because I didn't know that how easily I could tell. So if you are just finding the trying to find the answer, how much you're going to be walking during the Hajj. So this is without the Umrah itself. Uh, what I think you're going to be walking during the 5 or 6 days of Hajj would be around 27 kilometers. So which is quite a lot. And but this is how it is, unfortunately, that there is a lot of walk required. Again, the distance is can vary a lot based on the location where you're going to be staying, whether you are staying in which Mina camp, whether how much distance you have to cover each day for stoning, and where you get the location in Arafat. So all of that can add up or could reduce the walking. But in general, you're going to be walking around 27 kilometers. So make sure you have good pair of legs, and if not, be prepared for it mentally. And preferably even now you have around 6 to 8 weeks left before Hajj. If you plan to go for Hajj in 2024, maybe start walking and making your momentum, because it's gonna be heat, it's gonna be warm, and it's gonna be really tiring. So let's go on with it, that how I have calculated and based on what you're going to be traveling. This is about walk, as well as you will get the idea what are the modes of transport you most probably going to be getting. So before the Hajj, if you are like in living surrounding the Makkah, then of course it's not that difficult. You're going to be just walking, I don't know, 1 kilometer or less than a kilometer, and you will be able to come to Haram. But if you are staying in Azizia and you are traveling to Haram, then you are every day, because the distance from Azizia to Haram approximately, because Azizia is a big area as well, it is approximately 9 to 10 kilometer. And if you're going to be thinking of walking, it's not a good idea, so don't consider that. So mode of transport preferably would be either bus, or you're going to take a taxi, because what happens that the public buses or the buses provided by the tour operators stop operating, I think so, after 5th or 6th of like after, I think so, 5th Zil Hajj. So they stop operating that because of the Hajj season, so they stop that. But the taxi you can take and to go there. Now comes the actual days of Hajj. So from 8th of Zul Hajj is the first day of actual Hajj starts. But some tour operators start taking the people to Mina camp from the the night of 7th of Zul Hajj as well. So from Haram to Mina, if you are staying in Haram to Mina, it would be quite easy, because it's not that far. Not easy. It depends whether you are going from Haram, Masjidul Haram, nearby, you are staying in that hotel, or whether you are staying somewhere in Azizia and you're going to be taken to Mina. But in both the cases, usually majority of the people are taken by buses, because the buses are arranged by your tour guide or tour operator or even Nusuk, and they arrange for it. And with the buses, you're going to be doing that. So that's why this right column is for the walk distance. So here I'm not considering any walking distance. If there is a walk from your hotel room to the bus, I won't be considering that, or where the bus drop you outside the Mina, and from there you have to go to your Mina camp. And even if that distance is 1 kilometer inside the Mina camps, I'm not considering that. So keep in that mind that I cannot measure that, because we don't know that whoever is going to stay in which camp and how far is it from the location where the bus is dropping you. Now basically the main things of or the walking or the tiring journey starts from the 9th of Zulhijjah. So 9th of Zulhijjah, you are taken from Mina to Arafat. So basically on 8th you reach here, and on 9th you are taken from Mina to Arafat, and this is actually 13 kilometer away, so it's not a walking distance. So so everyone will be taken on buses, either arranged by the government or by the private tour operator, and you will have your dedicated bus, and they usually take you. Some of them go on trains as well. There is a possibility to take trains as well, but majority is taken on buses. Then the time comes when the walk starts, basically from Arafat to Muzdalifah. So once you have spent the day in Arafat, after the Maghrib, basically Maghrib time, not the Maghrib prayer, because Maghrib prayer you're going to be praying in Muzdalifah. After the Maghrib time, you're going to be taken to Muzdalifah, and that's the thing that where the crowd, the panic and the chaos starts, because it's a lot of people. There are around 2 to 3 million people who all at the same time trying to go from Arafat to Muzdalifah. There will be lots of buses by your tour operators. There will be train stations, as we had earlier looked, that there are train station 2 and train station 3. But consider that 2 or 3 million people traveling and wanting to go on the same time to Muzdalifah. So it would be very crowded. The buses are there, lots of buses are there, but it would be jam packed and it will take you long time. Like generally what I've understood, at the train station, people have to wait 3 to 4 hours in order to get into the train in order to reach Muzdalifah. So consider that you will be spending around 5 hours in order to reach Muzdalifah if you are going to take a train or a bus. But some of the people prefer to walk, who can, because it would be 4 to 7 kilometer based on the location where you gonna be traveling from Arafat to Muzdalifah, and it will be taking around 1 to 2 hours walk. And if you're going to be taking a train or a bus, it will be much more distant, much more time, because you have to wait for your turn in order to go there. So that's why, like, I've added that approximately 4 kilometer. I've tried to take the least amount right now in this column. I'm not taking the average, but I've tried to take the least amount of kilometer what you need to walk. But again, this is to the best of my knowledge. Maybe it's less as well, it can be possible, but this is what I found. Then from Mina to Jamarat, so the next morning after the Fajr time, people quickly start going from sorry, we were here, I skipped that. So basically from Arafat to Muzdalifah, it's around 8 kilometer, sorry about that, and it's around 2 hours it will take, and you have the possibility of bus, train, and walk. So it's up to you. But here I'm not considered any walking distance, so I've not taken any walking distance. I'm thinking that you're going to be taking either a bus or train. You're going to wait for few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours, but you're gonna be taking a bus or train. So I'm not considering walking here. The next day in the morning time after the Fajr prayer, you're going to be going from Muzdalifah to Mina, and from Muzdalifah to Mina, based on where in this blue circle where you are in this location and where your Mina camp is, people gonna be traveling there. Some people go to their Mina camp first, and some people go directly to Jamarat. So it depends that whether you follow this step first, or you directly go from Muzdalifah to Jamarat for the stoning. So based on that, the distance can vary and the time can vary as well. Again, some people can walk, majority walks. There won't be, I think so, any buses, what I understood, because it is quite crowded over there. And on that day, usually buses you don't find from Muzdalifah to Mina. But there are train station there which you can take to go to either Mina or to go to Jamarat. So based on that, the distance is mentioned 4 kilometer and 3 kilometer, but this can reduce if you are going directly from Muzdalifah to Jamarat, then maybe this would reduce the distance. Then of course, after doing the Rami, getting the Halq done, Halq means the haircut, majority of the people go for the Tawaful Ziyara. So if you are going for that, then of course it will be 5 kilometer mentioned, and you will be taking most probably bus or taxi. The walk, some people walk, but I won't suggest you that you walk over there. Okay, so this is the thing that I have considered here. Some people delay it to 11th Zulhijjah as well, but that's the thing, it's up to you that how you're gonna plan. Basically, after the after you have spent the night in Muzdalifah, you go to Jamarat to stone, and after that you confirm for the Qurbani. After that you get the Halq done, but again in this one you are not walking or something, you are just waiting. And after that, some people go directly to Haram to do the Tawaf Ziyara and do the Saii in Safa and Marwa. So this one again, just considering, because millions of people are there going to do the Tawaf Ziyara, because majority do on the same day, it will be very crowded. You might not get the space in the Mataf. If you get that, lucky for you, good for you, because then the circle or the Tawaf distance would be quite reduced. It would be reduced to 1 kilometer. But if you are outside in the outer circle of Tawaf, or you need to go on floor first, second, or on the roof, then of course the distance will be higher. So based on that, consider that for Tawaf as well as Sa'i, you're going to be spending 5 kilometer walk, and after that you need to go back from Haram to Mina. So again, some people walk, but I have considered that you're not walking. You're going to be taking either a bus, taxi, or like a private car hire, for that one. Then on 11th Zulhijjah, what is gonna happen is, then the next day you're gonna again go from Mina to Jamarat. Again, you need to do stoning, but this time you're gonna be stoning all the three shaitan, and you're gonna be walking most probably, because within the Mina camp you won't find any taxi or something, except what I mentioned, that if you are in the European camp, what I have understood, in the European camp they provide the buses, okay, in order to go from European camp to Jamarat, because it's a lot of walk. But still some people walk as well, and this distance is minimum. It can go up to 6 kilometers, because this is 3 to 6 kilometers. The next thing is Jamarat to Mina. once you have done the stoning, you need to come back to your camp as well. So again, 3 kilometer added. Again, the next day, 12th Zulhijjah, the same thing gonna be repeating. You need to do the stoning. You are going from Mina to Jamarat and Jamarat to Mina. So this is done again, and then basically it's optional to go for the 13th Zulhijjah as well. Otherwise, your Hajj is completed. You can go back to your hotels wherever in Azizia or in Makkah, or if you want to continue, that it is a sunnah to do stoning on 13th Zulhijjah as well. So if you do that, I have you can add that, but for this one I have not considered because this is optional day, so I have considered it optional because I'm trying to consider the minimum walking distance you're going to be walking from 10th Zulhijjah to 12th. So basically, in essence, in the 3 days, uh, you're gonna be almost walking 24 kilometers. And then if you like, before you leave the Makkah, one part is the Tawaf Wida, that just before leaving the Makkah, whether you're going to Medina or going back to your home country, then you need to do a Tawaf Wida, and that is around 6 to 7 basically kilometer as well, based on where you get the spot in Masjidul Haram for the Tawaf, as well as Saii. So again, considering the minimum distance, I've considered 3 kilometers. So based on that, the total walking distance you're going to be doing is 27 kilometer in like 3 4 days. So keep it in that mind. And again, this is the minimum distance. If I would have considered the maximum, it would have gone up to, I don't know, 40 kilometer walk that you're going to be doing in the 4 5 days. So again, this information is to the best of my knowledge, and disclaimer, if something is wrong, let me know. And this is just an example that how I am calculating and considering that. Consider these are basically not considered, these are actual Google Maps. And here you can see these are Jamarat, 1 2 3 Jamarat, and I've just put the pointer on the Cobra, the big shaitan, and you are walking, and suppose you are staying somewhere here, which is basically category B camps. These are category B camps, and you are staying here, and every day you have to walk from here to here for the 3 days, and it is 1.6 kilometer one way. So once you're gonna come back, so it's approximately 3 kilometer walk you're going to be doing every day. And based on that, you can see that what I have considered from Mina to Jamarat and Jamarat to Mina, I've considered 3 kilometer instead of 1.3, because I've just taken the middle. I have taken the middle. So if you consider that you're gonna be here, okay, this is category B gap, this is category D and European camp, and usually this is the category C camp, and there is also D somewhere here as well. But if you are somewhere here, because the majority of the people are in category C and D, and if you are somewhere here and walking daily from this location to Jamarat, you can see that it is approximately 3 kilometers. So based on this, I'm considering that you're going to be one way traveling 3 kilometers, and going back and forth you're going to be spending 6 kilometer distance. So this is how I've done the calculation, also for Muzdalifah, between Arafat and all the locations. So this is to give you an idea how I have tried my best to get the best calculation possible to give you the idea. And again, this is from my other video, if you have not seen, where I've shown you that how much distance you're going to be walking for Tawaf, where I've done the calculation. This is slide from there, and just to show you again this calculation as well, these are again Google Snaps, and from here you can see if you are doing the Tawaf near the Kaaba, the seventh Tawaf will be taking like around 700 meters, which is quite decent. But if it is very crowded, which it gonna be during the days of Hajj, and then you are in the outer circle of Haram, and you are considering 2.5 kilometer, and if you are on the first floor, second floor, or the roof, then you can consider approximately 3 kilometer. Again, if we go back to my sheet, what I have considered here, that I have considered Tawaf Ziyara plus Safa Marwa. So Safa Marwa is 3 kilometer. It is not negotiable, because this is the distance which actually between Safa and Marwa 7 rounds gonna take. You cannot reduce that, because it's straight from Mount Safa to Mount Marwa, and you're gonna be walking straight between them. So you cannot reduce this. To be accurate, it's 3.15 kilometer, but that's the thing. But here in the Tawaf, you can vary the distance, how close you are near to the Kaaba itself, and the closer you are, the less circumference you're going to be covering. So based on that, 5 kilometer, which is quite reasonable, what I have considered, but it can be higher. And this is the same table which I've shown you, that if you're going to be on the like say on any other floor, you're going to be minimum distance you're going to be covering would be 3.8 kilometer. And if you are on the first floor, on the mataf area or the ground floor, it would be varying from like 700 meters to 2.5 kilometer. So you can see how much the distances can vary. So this is just to give you an example. So to summarize and to conclude, please consider that you're going to be walking in like 3-4 days around 27 kilometers. And if you're going to be staying on 13th of Zulhijjah and doing the stoning as well as per the sunnah, then consider at least 6 more kilometers add on top of this. And if you are walking, suppose that you say that that you cannot wait too much, and from Arafat to Muzdalifah, majority of the people walk. If you consider that as well, it can be around 8 kilometer on top. So we are already discussing in the 40 kilometers you're going to be traveling in 3 to 4 days. So hope this video is useful for you, and gives you the information. This information is to the best of my knowledge, and if something I have stated which is wrong, let me know. But you can take the snapshot of this, go on Google Map, do your research. This map is useful for you. It will give you exactly where the locations are, and you can do your own calculation. Google Map is there. This is a scale as well on top, just to mention that how far the things are, and based on that you can see that this much is basically 2 kilometer. So if I have to say, like the Mina camps are approximately within the 2 kilometer dia, and similarly Arafat is not as pure circle, it's in an oval shape. But again, you can see that how much scattered the Mina camps as well the Arafat camps are, and this is Muzdalifah. Hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe and share. And if you have any question, let me know. There are many other videos relating to Hajj and Umrah and information. And if you want to know anything or any particular video request, let me know in the comments, and I'll inshallah try my best to get that knowledge. And check my playlist of other videos. Thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.